Hi. So the purpose of what you've been playing with is to recognize the commentary voices in your head and to realize that with the eyes open, we're basically going through life with these voices talking to us and telling us what to do and how we are, and all the things we should have done yesterday and all the things we should do tomorrow. And so we're not present. So how do we become present, which is the only place where God is? Okay, so that's why we're doing this. Why are we even doing this? We're doing this to connect with God, to connect with the infinite, to connect with your greatest expression of you. And the greatest expression of you is devoid of all that commentary telling you yesterday's news or habitual concepts or stuff that got taught to you when you were a kid and we're still thinking it, years and years and years later. That's not God. That's not the greatest expression of you. Oh, and any fear thoughts or any fear energy, any anxiety, any depression, all of that comes from the mind first and then creates a relationship to the body, and the body responds and creates all the, the gut feelings and the nervousness and the sweats and the feeling like you can't actually stay on this planet anymore because you're so upset. So all of that originates in the mind and the thinking. So to be able to see what you're thinking about, to then create a space from it and realize it's not real, and to then be able to rest into yourself in this moment and detach from all of that garbage is so important. Like, this should be taught in school because it's actual basic survivals of how to be a human. And I would imagine that tribes back in the day were probably a lot calmer and didn't have things like anxiety and stuff because they weren't thinking so much, more connected to nature, more connected to this moment, more calm, just naturally, until a tiger jumps out of the woods. Anyway, so we live in this world and we are very, very busy, and our mind's very busy, and we've been trained to think. We had to survive as a child. We interpreted our world many different ways, and so we have that patterning that we operate through now unconsciously. We've been told things about our world and about ourselves, and we've watched lots of movies and television or read books which have impacted us too. I remember bawling my eyes out one time as a child reading a book about, my hero in my book dies or something. Mum comes in and was like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with my child? And I was so traumatized by that story and that my hero died. I remember that it went on for a while. So the point being that to recognize what we're thinking about and what we're conditioned to is very important, and actually is one of the greatest steps forward in consciousness. So play with this. Realize what a big, beautiful step you're doing in waking up. And I'm just walking past the river now, so I'm going to show you. And we'll keep going with this journey of seeing the mind.